I'm Scott Barlow. I'm the CEO of Integrated Control Technologies, and I'm here to introduce the features of the Extruder Drive Guardian. The Extruder Drive Guardian was built on the ABB ACS 880 platform, and it's a plastic logic drive. And what a plastic logic drive is it combines the power of a PLC inside of the drive, and it offers protective features for your extruders that you can only find on extruder control systems. You'll know this isn't a standard AC drive just by looking at the display of the Extruder Drive Guardian. You'll see pressure is displayed, as well as screw speed and motor current. When you start up an extruder, you have to heat up the barrels. And one of the things you don't want to do is start an extruder into a cold zone because you could break a screw. You'll notice we have a fault, and the fault is a cold zone inhibit. It does not allow me to start the drive into a cold zone. But once we achieve our temperature, the alarm will leave and it'll be self-healing. In fact, I'll set this down real quickly just so that can happen. The fault clears and we're ready to start. And I can start the extruder now. Start your extruder, you want pressure to build. And if pressure does not build up in your extruder, you're going to trip within 10 seconds because you don't want to run a dry extruder. So after we reset the fault, we find out what the problem was. Maybe our feeder wasn't working. We'll start and we'll build pressure. And as pressure builds above the low set point, we'll be able to run our extruder. While we're running our extruder, we have 3 high pressure trips and warnings. First is the warning. So in this particular demo, we're going to turn our pressure up to 5,000, which is set to give us a warning. We can see a flashing light letting us know our pressure is climbing. If nothing happens and pressure continues to build, we've got a second level. And the second level of trip is actually the Extruder Drive Guardian starts taking control of the motor. In fact, I'm going to show you on the display right here. It will start slowing down the screw speed, trying not to trip the unit. Now, if we continue to do nothing and pressure continues to climb, then you'll trip your extruder. Some additional features that you have is you can actually connect a vibration sensor to a gearbox to detect bearing failure early. So I'm going to go ahead and tap this vibration sensor here, and you'll notice that all of a sudden we have a vibration warning going on. In fact, we can look at it even a little closer by looking at here. And you can see the vibration going up as I tap on this. Also, you'll notice displayed is the motor temperature. If you're using an ICT extruder duty motor, you have the ability to measure temperature and detect motor issues prior to a failure. If your drive is mounted in an enclosure and you want to have a display near your operator so they can see what's going on, we have the Drive Guardian interface. Here you can see what the display would normally show on the drive. In addition, you can check the parameters of the conditions of what's going on in your extruder in this particular page, as well as trending and alarm information, and you can see here that your pressure and screw speed is being trended together. The Extruder Drive Guardian is available right now from 25 to 300 horsepower in a standard drive configuration as well as a pre-engineered drive package. This is the next evolutionary step in extruder upgrades, moving you more towards a predictive maintenance as opposed to a reactive maintenance, closer to Industry 4.0.